Yesterday, I watched the new Disney Plus movie Home Sweet Home Alone, and it's not good. And so instead of spiraling into a depression based on that fact, I decided instead to think and remind myself of the fact that, there are good things to be thankful for. And what a better time than right now to do that. And so let's go ahead and just talk about a couple things that I am thankful for right now. The first thing, tying in with that Home Sweet Home Alone, being I am so thankful that when a remake or a new sequel comes out to something, that the original thing still exists, right? I don't know about you, but sometimes when a new thing comes out that is bad based on something that you really, really, really enjoy, whether it's a remake or a sequel, like either a video game or maybe a new movie or a comic book or whatever it is, you can feel real bad, right? You can think, oh, they've ruined it. But the thing is, it's not ruined, right? No matter how bad a new Star Wars movie might be, those old Star Wars movies are still there. And you can choose to just ignore those movies. Maybe it's going to push things into a direction that you're not very happy with. But you know what? If something's popular and sticks around long enough, odds are you'll get something else good eventually, right? So that is the first thing that I'm thankful for. And that, I lived this out when I went and watched the original Home Alone. And as soon as Home Sweet Home Alone was over. And man, that old one still holds up. Another thing I'm thankful for right now is that there are short single-player campaign video games still out there. Specifically for me this year, that was Resident Evil 8. There's a bunch of people who think that a game needs to be long in order for it to be good, and I just gotta say, I could not disagree more. If a game is good, then you'll play it again. Like Resident Evil is a pretty short game when it comes down to it. Only about, I think it took me about 8-9 hours to beat it the first time around. But I've played that game like 10 times through at this point, getting way more time out of it than some of these longer games. Like I've owned Horizon Zero Dawn for like 3 years at this point, and I've definitely put more time into Resident Evil 8 than I have into that game because of how big Horizon is. It's intimidating to get going, where I know I can sit down with Resident Evil 8 and just blast through it and have a good time. And so I'm super thankful that those kind of games still exist. Probably one of the biggest things that I'm thankful for this year, of course, excluding my family and my health and all of the stuff that you would actually say around the Thanksgiving table, is the fact that movie theaters are open again, at least where I live. And it has been super fun to get back into that environment and to be able to go with a bunch of different people on their first times being back into the theater and have everybody remember just how loud the movie theater really is. Even if it's tainted by crypto.com and Matt Damon, coming and just destroying the sanctity of what is good and holy about the movie theater experience, it is still better than not having them open at all. And so here's to more fun times at the movie theater. And if you haven't made it back yet, I hope that you find a chance to get there real soon. Another thing I'm super thankful for is the YouTube creators that I enjoy watching. Like, with movies and with TV being what it was over the last couple of years with productions getting shut down and everything, it was nice to know that there were still people out there who were making content that I could watch without them having to rely on, big budgets and needing permits to film things. There were still people like Patrick H Willems who was out there talking about movies and weird niche kinds of talks too that I really enjoy. I love watching YouTube because you get, unlike with TV or with movies, you get an opportunity to get to, I don't know, it isn't really hanging out with somebody, but to get to know inside things like jokes and build up this, I don't know, tradition of just being excited when a new video comes out. And then there's also people like Dan Murrell, who used to be a part of a bigger YouTube community, but now has gone off and made his own channel. And I really enjoy his charts with Dan videos where he talks about the box office. I love the box office, and finding somebody who is that into it and wants to talk about it and being able to hear what they have to say, especially somebody who has been paying attention to that stuff as long as he has and is knowledgeable about it, is always a fun thing to do. Like, I love YouTube because it's, I don't know, just a fun place to be able to hear other people's ideas, people that you don't necessarily always agree with. And stuff like Dan Murrell's channel is great for doing the dishes too, right? I love being able to do the dishes to like a podcast or to a YouTube video. I don't only watch YouTube videos about movies and stuff though, but Kayla and I, my wife, really enjoy Todd in the Shadows. We have for years. He's always talking about music, and it's usually pop songs that he talks about is the extent of my knowledge when it comes to that kind of stuff. But I've always liked his videos. But then most importantly for me, just a guy who puts out videos that make me laugh like every time with his stupid cutaway bits at the end. And, I'm just super glad that Kyle Bosman is still making videos. And so I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful for the other creators and even the ones I didn't list. Super thankful for that. I'm also thankful for the Fantasy Critic League, which if you don't know what that is, it's like fantasy football, but for people who don't necessarily know or care about that stuff and want to do it based off of open critic scores for video games. It's a lot of fun and has been a great way for me to be able to keep tabs with friends and to build those relationships. And, it's just great to be able to have a reason to talk to people. And so that is another big one for me. Plus, it keeps me engaged like in video games without actually having to play all of them. Video games cost a lot of money. Video games take a lot of time, like I mentioned before. But this helps me be invested in games that maybe I wouldn't have been at all before because they're on my team and I want them to do well. And so I'm super thankful for the guy who does that, or the team that does that and keeps that site up and running. Thanks for doing that. I'm so thankful that we can stream music and that pretty much any song I want to listen to at any point, I can just do that. My kids will never know what it's like to want to hear a song and not be able to do it, like just really quickly, just look it up. And I'm happy that they don't have to live like that, right? Life is better now music-wise where I can just pull all that up, at least convenience-wise. Specifically when it comes to the world of video game music. I love that I can just put on the Resident Evil 2 remake soundtrack and that songs from that can become some of my kids' favorite music. I just don't think that that's what life would have been like if I had kids when I was a kid, right? That's not what would have happened. And the fact that streaming music just, is good for everybody. I like that. Even if you're just using YouTube, stream that music. I got 2 shows that I'm super thankful for. I'm super thankful for Ted Lasso. I got into it a little bit late, like the whole first season was out when I started watching it, so I was able to binge that. And just what a great time, right? A lot of Paddington energy. Thank you to Stetson for mentioning Paddington energy coming off of Ted Lasso and making me want to watch that. And so, yeah, love me some Ted Lasso and excited for season 3 once that comes out. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend it. And if you like Ted Lasso and you want to watch more things that are British and also very pleasant, I'm super thankful for the Great British Baking Show. American competition shows just aren't as good as this, right? These people are pleasant and nice and trying their best and wanting the best for everybody else and are just competing with themselves. And the judges want people to do well, even though they're harsh, but they're honest. And it's just, and I've learned things, right? I've learned about baking. Have I put these new things into practice at all? No, I have not. But maybe someday I will prove something for baking. But so far I have not. And then a really specific one, and this could change, I guess, when the movie actually comes out. But I'm super thankful that Alfred Molina gets to be Dr. Octopus again. More Dr. Octopus. Couldn't be more excited about that. Thankful for the possibilities of what might come from it. And that's where I am with that. And then super thankful to everybody who's watching this video or has watched any videos this year. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Especially all of you people on the cryptocurrency video, letting me know how wrong I am about that, how poorly that video will age, and how I'm a Karen and how I'm old. So I've just learned a lot of things about myself from YouTube comments and everything, and I really do appreciate it. It's fun for me to read it because nothing on here, I'm not taking too seriously. So. Just thanks for engaging in that, and it means a lot to me. And I looking forward to keep putting out more stuff. And so I hope you're thankful for something. You can let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like this video, please. Don't forget to subscribe because we're trying to get to 250. And happy Thanksgiving if you're in the United States. I don't know. If you're not in the United States and watching this video, let me know, because I just assumed everybody was in the United States. If you don't celebrate American Thanksgiving, when that day rolls around, happy Thursday to you.